All right, lovelies. This is Arielle from the Tree of Life Tarot, and uh, I have a reading on Keanu Reeves, um, and I was looking at is love possible for him? Now, again, when I opened the Akashic records, a lot of things happen. Let's put it this way: a lot of things happen, and it's very strange that for this reading for Keanu Reeves, you might be seeing that I'm constantly rearranging this space over here, and there's a lot of the stones that you do not see, simply because when I open the Akashic records, some stones wants to change their place. And for his reading, this is like, let me show you this one. This is a stone which is for healing of feminine energy. I don't remember, I think it's Persephone, the Greek goddess Persephone, that is like I think it's a blue god or something like that. But basically this is the stone of healing feminine energy, clearing feminine blocks. And this is the stone for pregnancy. And that is the stone that wanted to be present in his readings. And again, I was really called to read on him something like a, I don't know, like a spiritual urgency for him to hear a few things. So, is love possible for him? The answer is a resounding yes. A resounding yes. The thing is, he's purposefully looking somewhere else. He might have, I am going to say he might have some problems in his life. There are people that are really against him. There are people against him. I don't know if it's some like court proceedings, although I don't think so. It could be some, I don't think it's people from Hollywood. Um, um, I don't know about this card. It doesn't want to reveal what's the hidden thing against. It um, okay. There is something he needs to, and that's a difficult thing. He needs to throw away something in his house that is still from his past girlfriend, and it might not be from her, but it could be like some baby stuff that he, or a sonograph, or a picture, something, some energy is really anchored there, and he needs to find what that is. And he needs to perform some energy healing in his house, in where he lives. He also needs to and that's an interesting dilemma. He needs to make a decision to put love and finding love a priority. It's not about a lot of people say, if I have the fame and fortune, or if I'm having it good at my work, or if I'm good at finding money, they have this erroneous thought that if I am good with money, I'm unlucky in love. And that's actually a all the it's an old gambler's belief. If I'm lucky with the um, um, with the games, I'm not lucky in love. And that's really not it. That's not it. He can have it all, and he needs to make up his mind, and he needs to be 100% sure, like his core being, every fiber of his body, his entire soul. And he has a really big, bright, light soul. He needs to, first of all, he needs to clear his home. He needs to bring harmony into his soul. There is something that he was like falsely accused in something. He was, and he's there is some object in his house he needs to throw away, like literally let go, throw away. And if there is some body of water he can throw that away, he needs to throw it away in a body of water, not burn it. So there is something disharmonious. If he wants to find out what that is, he needs to ask for Seti. He's a Norse god of justice, of um, of divine justice. He needs to ask for help from him. He kind of looks like this like Thor guy, but not the actor, the person, rather the on-screen image that they have created. That's how he looks like. He doesn't hold a hammer though. But he has strong hands. Anyway, if he wants help, he can ask for Lord Forseti to come into, to welcome that energy into his house, and ask for harmonization. And he needs to like in China, in feng shui, if you want to change something in your let's say energetic field, or in your life, you start with the home. So you need to move the place of 27 objects. So it's not like you bring it up and bring it down, but you change the place of those objects. 27. And he needs to first of all, he needs to know that love and life's work are compatible. They're compatible. He is meant to find really it will be, let me put it this way. That's one of the cards for passion. With the card for marriage, it will be a love marriage. That's in the cards for him, coming for him. But this is also the kind of woman that he will meet. Now, this is the kind of woman who may signal Hollywood, may signal a Leo sign. um, I'm just going to put it out there, although I'm not so sure that this is going to be it. Um, Rather, I'd like to describe that woman. So that woman is I don't know. Uh, that woman is or has the same type of energy like Sandra Bullock in real life. She's a woman who has overcome great adversity, and that comes back to the being on the same boat. So he recognized overcoming great adversity, overcoming loss or great grief, like uh, that really also is the card of like secret grief, the grief that the society is not going to applaud you for it. It's not like, for example, um, it's a bad example, but I'll give it anyway. Like Prince William and Prince Harry having so publicly lost their mother. You know, the society is applauding them. They say, "Bravo, bravo! You're grieving. You know, you're going through a different difficult time and things like that." Well, that's not the type of deep adversity that both Keanu should overcome in order to get to that bright future, and his woman has overcome in her life. It's the type of like uh, I call it silent grief, the type of thing where, you know, people who are married with children, it's maybe divorced with children or single parents, or you know, with the usual drama of life. They don't understand that it's like it's a really it feels like your soul is cut into a million tiny pieces, and you feel like you're not whole. You're like you're looking like at your life like a puzzle where all the pieces are there but nothing is connected. So this is going to be a woman who will really understand that, who have really lived through that and have like overcome it. And again, you cannot really overcome situations that you have no control of, because you cannot fight it. There's no reason it's incomprehensible. You know, they say, you know, you could be an atheist until the first serious turbulence on an airplane, then you change. So yeah, um, this woman, and when you look at her, first of all, she has a charisma, she has presence, and she is sweet, and at the same time, uh, um, uh, at the same time, like uh, you 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 can't walk over that sweet, you know, because usually bullies they smell the sweet you know, the sweet people, and they walk all over them in order to break them and in order to show that they are somebody, because bullies, they cannot fight the strong people. They go for the seemingly meek ones. And so she will look um, very effervescent, very sweet, very I would say um, classy, but classy is not really the word for it. um, dignified. She would look dignified, and at the same time, that sweet little thing. If you step on her, she will bite your head off. Like, she is a lioness. She has that strong of a core, that strong um, of a um, of a of a character, and that's a really nice match for Keanu, because he has that energy as well. Uh, he's sweet, and kind, um, and and strong. So it's a very nice mixture of it. Really nice mixture. And then we have this card. So this is Keanu's card. Let me put it this way so that it's very visible. I need to see it prominently. So this is his card. In Eastern philosophies, and it's very interesting. A lot of people think that you cannot marry the spiritual and having let's say a glass of beer. They feel that the earthly silly pleasures and the spiritual, they cannot be married, they cannot go hand in hand. It's like you're either one of the enlightened ones that stays under a tree to meditate for hours, or you're one of the the lowly peasants who go to a pub and dance on weddings and go to clubs and things like that. Um, and that's that's not it. Even Buddha, who went to into starving just to test himself, he came into the idea that the way is the middle way, where you're both spiritual, but at the same time you're sensual. At the same time, you allow yourself um, to feel the earthly pleasures. And that's also the card of marriage, love marriage. That's a love marriage that is in the cards for him. Okay, so let's see, is a love story coming into his life? Let's look at that.